So, question, Fiverr or Upwork? Which platform is the best for finding writing clients? Well, in this video, I'm going to take you through the pros and cons of each so that you can decide which platform is right for you. Okay, so let's start with Upwork. Now, Upwork is the platform that I have found the most success on. I still get on there every now and then and look for jobs, or I have, people reach out to me and offer me writing gigs. So I'm going to just give you a quick overview of how it works. So essentially what you do is you set up a profile, and it's pretty easy. You can just, put in where you live, your hourly rates, what skills you have, and just a little introduction that sort of, pitches yourself to prospective clients. And once you've got that set up and verified, then you can start pitching for work. And the way it works is you're given something called connects. And I'm not 100% sure whether you still need to pay for connects. At a certain point, Upwork just starts giving them to you for free. But in the beginning, I did have to pay for connects in order to bid on jobs. So it's just Upwork's way of making sure that you're not just copy and pasting and applying for every single job on Upwork. They want you to have a little bit of discernment, read the job ads, and decide whether or not, you are the right person for the job. So that's the connects. So in terms of fees, Upwork has actually just changed their fee structure. Before this month, they would charge 20% for a new client. And then if you continue to keep that contract open and continue to do work for them, eventually the percentage drops down. So it goes from, I think for the first $500, it's 20%. And then after you've earned $500 with that client, it goes down to 10% and then eventually 5%. But they've actually just wiped that, and now they're doing a flat 10% fee for every client, no matter how long you've worked with them. Now they pay in US dollars, and your hourly rate will be set as US dollars. So it's good to just keep that in mind and, perhaps give yourself a higher hourly rate than you would if you were working with the client directly, just to account for those fees. So once you've verified your account, you've given Upwork your tax information, which you do need to do in order to get paid. You can then set up how often you'd like to be paid. So you can do once a month, once a fortnight, once a week. If you need money straight away, you can always withdraw it whenever you like, but I think there is a fee for doing that. And so you can set up the schedule and say, you can tell Upwork, only pay me if I've earned over, say, $100 or $200 or whatever. So yeah, you can configure that in the back end so that it suits you. Now, in terms of clients, there is a whole range of people that use Upwork, from people that are looking for, to pay essentially nothing, they're looking for the cheapest work possible, up to, high-level executives that are willing to pay more, and everything in between. So there's a really good range of clients, and you can usually, sniff out who's who just by looking at the job ad and the rate that they're willing to pay. So as you pitch for work on Upwork and you start landing some jobs, you will, Upwork always encourages the client to leave you a review and a rating once the job is complete. So especially when you're first starting out, you want to try and get as many 5-star reviews as possible, because then that shows Upwork that you are good at what you do and you're delivering good work, and they're going to start showing your profile to more prospective clients. So, it's like any sort of algorithm, really. It's like, once you're showing up work that you're legit, they'll start showing you to more people, and then you'll find that you naturally start getting invited to more jobs. So when you get invited to apply for a job, you don't have to worry about using connects. It's free to apply, essentially. So yeah, as you build your profile up, you naturally get more work and more money coming in. So that's Upwork. Now let's move on to Fiverr. So Fiverr is a bit different. Instead of setting up just a general profile and pitching clients and reading a job board, you set up what's called gigs. And so you might have a blog article gig, and someone can place an order with you for, say, a 500-word blog, and you charge them X amount of dollars. And then you could set up a gig for, say, an email campaign or a sales page or whatever sort of writing services you want to offer. And so instead of you having to go out and pitch yourself to all these different clients, they actually come to you and they can order directly from your gig. They can place an order without having to speak to you at all if they want to. This can be good because it means that you don't have to worry about spending time, looking for clients, looking for good job ads to apply for. And also you don't have to worry about buying connects either. But there is a downside, because it means that absolutely anyone can buy your gig. And from what I've heard about Fiverr, Fiverr seems to attract overall a lower quality client. So what I mean by a lower quality client is that they tend to be much more demanding. They have unrealistic expectations. They will request a million revisions. And you might, do your best to give them the best piece of work possible and, bow to their every need and whatnot. And then they can just request a refund with Fiverr and you lose the money. Fiverr is notorious for taking the buyer's side in any sort of conflict. So yeah, that's just something to be aware of. Now, personally, I haven't had any success with Fiverr. I did try and set up a few gigs a couple of years ago, but I found that I just couldn't get people clicking the link sort of thing. I think I just wasn't showing up on, the first page of results, because if you're not, it's like Google, if you're not in the first 2 or 3 pages of the results, no one ever finds you. So yeah, I just think the only reason I didn't have success was because no one was seeing my gigs, essentially. So if you do want to go for Fiverr, you do need to focus on SEO. Make sure you're including, the keywords that people will be searching for when they're looking on Fiverr. And yeah, optimize your gigs so that they are seen by as many people as possible. Okay, so let's talk about which platform you should choose to start building your freelance writing career. Personally, you can find success on either platform. So just because I found success on Upwork doesn't mean that you can't find success on Fiverr. There are millions of writers that are making really good money on Fiverr. So yeah, it's totally possible either way you go. You need to ask yourself whether or not you want to have a say in who you work with. So if it's important to you that you can screen the client and only apply for jobs that you're actually interested in doing, then I think Upwork is the way to go. But if you're not fussed with who you work with, you just want any sort of writing job that comes your way, then maybe Fiverr is the way to go. One thing I forgot to mention is Fiverr's fees. Now, at the time of recording, I believe Fiverr is still charging a flat 20% fee on every job you land. So you do need to account for that when you're setting your prices for your gigs. The other good thing about Fiverr is it's a fixed rate for your gig. So you can specify, how many revisions you will do, how many words you will provide, and it's one price regardless of how long it takes you to do. So that's something that's, another pro as well. It's all fixed prices, which is good. Whereas on Upwork, there can be more of an hourly contract setup. So you can do fixed price as well. It's both options, but there will be quite a few clients that want to pay you by the hour instead of a fixed rate. So when it comes to choosing a platform, ask yourself a few questions. Question 1, do you want to have a say in who you work with? If yes, go Upwork. If you don't mind, go with Fiverr. Second question, do you want to, are you happy to pitch for your work? If yes, Upwork is the one. If you don't want to have to pitch, then go with Fiverr. And then thirdly, are you happy to tailor your services and, customize your packages to fit the client? Or do you want to have something that is just, fairly set in stone that people can just, click and order? If you're happy to customize, go Upwork. If you want to just have a general product page that you can optimize for SEO, then go with Fiverr. Personally, I think if you're just starting out, set up profiles on both platforms and just see which one takes off. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any more questions on Fiverr or Upwork, feel free to leave a comment. I do have some other videos that you might want to check out, how to get your first writing client and how to become a full-time freelance writer this year. So I'll pop links to those in the description. And I also do have a very short class on Skillshare that takes you through how to use ChatGPT for copywriting. So definitely check that out if you're interested. That about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.